Hello everyone and welcome to B Readings. This is your, and I'm sorry if I'll butcher this, but Sagittarius. English is my third language, please excuse me. Sagittarius season reading predictions. And before I start, let me just say it for once so I don't repeat myself 3 times. If you're interested in any of the decks that I'm using, there will be a link in the description down below, and also in the time card at the very end of the video, last 5 seconds, to a playlist with all of my decks flip throughs. You can go ahead, take a look. If you're interested in one of them, go ahead and buy it. As of now, I am still not affiliated with anything, so I'm not trying to sell you any decks. Just genuinely, if you're interested, you can check it out for yourself. Aside from that, if you want to book a private reading with me, check out my other social media, or just donate to my tuition. There will be all of the links down below, so you can go ahead and check them out if you're interested. Other than that, let's jump right into the video. We got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, excuse me. Feel free to stop or pause the video, meditate on the piles if you want, or just take a couple deep breaths and choose your pile. I will see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1, and welcome to your Sagittarius season predictions reading. Let's start with your Egyptian tarot. You got Knight of Wands in reverse. You got 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and you got Ace of Cups upright. So, right over the bat with Knight of Wands, in this deck, Knight of Wands talks about journey, departure, or arrival. With it being in reverse, I do see certain plans being delayed and canceled. If this happens, please, group number 1, don't be upset, because you never know what could have happened if you left. So if you had any journey or departure plans, or just traveling plans, and they got delayed, please don't get upset, because the universe is probably protecting you from something. Remember, rejection is protection. So 2 of Pentacles in this deck is talking about healing process and just things returning back into balance, into the way they should, into order. And with it being in reverse, I do get a sense of having trouble managing everything, having trouble balancing. Maybe everything feels chaotic with the Sagittarius season. But yeah, there is a need to put in a little more effort into balancing things out, and maybe maybe focus a little more on healing during this time and protecting your chakras. With the Ace of Cups, I do see abundance coming in, so not everything is bad in the Sagittarius season. Just getting a message of being very mindful with your resources. Try not to waste it everywhere, but do try and, if your cup is full, try and use that full cup of resources to balance things out. And if something gets delayed, let it be delayed, because it is probably protecting you from whatever could have happened if you went on that trip or that journey. And this doesn't necessarily mean like a whole vacation or a move. It can be like literally you wanting to go, let's say, to a certain cafe and the road is closed. Then you don't know what could have happened if you went to that cafe. Let's take a look at your Wildwood Tarot. You got Queen of Bows or Queen of Wands, the hair. You got the Seer in reverse, and you got 8 of Bows, 8 of Wands, Hearthfire. So With the hearth fire, with the Eight of Boughs, I do see there's a need to get together with people that you love and cherish, and they love and cherish you back, and celebrate all of your accomplishments so far. Reflect on the past, look at the path that you've walked, and just remind yourself of everything you've done so far. Not everything is that bad. Actually, you've been through worse, and you're doing great, honey. With the seer, the seer in this deck is talking about dreams being ready to come true, having inspiration and wisdom. With it being in reverse, I do see a delay in your plans. If you have been planning to start something, there will be a little delay over there. You might feel a little uninspired, which is certainly okay, because you got more things to focus on, like balancing your life out and healing yourself and focusing on protecting yourself, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So yeah, and there is a need to be a little more wiser during this time. Try and keep yourself wiser. With the Queen of Bows, the hair, or the Queen of Wands over here in this deck, it is talking about, basically, Queen of Wands is a representation of a kindness, of responsibility, of showing understanding to people, in this deck. Okay. And the hair also talks about a possible business opportunity. For some reason, what I'm hearing is, if there is a business opportunity or any sort of opportunity popping up during the Sagittarius season, please read into the details. The seer is in reverse, so try and open your eyes very wide, read that contract before signing it, and all of that good stuff. And try and be a little more wiser. Try and meditate on something before making a decision. But overall, just show more understanding to people, give more kindness out, and don't just, if everything is not working out, that does not mean that you have to be rude to everybody around you. Let's take a look at your Russian Wiccan Book of Shadows Oracle. You got Sava, which is the owl, and it also says here Vybor, which means choice or a decision, Imbolc, and Beltane. Okay, now that is interesting. So with the owl, when I think of an owl, I think of wisdom. So there is a need for you to be wiser during this time. And as I said, open your eyes widely, look at her. Her eyes are closed. And the seer, from the name of the card, seer, and it is in reverse, there is a need to pay attention to the details. Try and be more wiser. Think before you make any decision. It literally says Vybor, choice, decision. Like, think very clearly. Imbolc is actually a celebration that is celebrated on February 1st, and Beltane is another celebration that is celebrated on May 1st. So there is something tying with those two celebrations. Maybe your birthday is somewhere in February or May, or between those 2 months. Maybe the person that you might be dealing with is a sign that falls in the timeline between those two celebrations, or maybe a decision that you'll make will affect you between those two celebrations. Or for some of you it might be just February, or for some of you it might be just May, for some of you it might be between those months or between those celebrations, something very important to do with those celebrations. Or maybe this situation might actually extend all the way to Imbolc or even to Beltane. Yeah. Now, with that said, group number 1, that is your Sagittarius season predictions. I hope you took notes while I was saying all of that, because it really does look like a very cautionary message to you. So, yeah, please be very careful, pay attention to the details, try and be a little more wiser, and think really well before you make a decision. If anything is delayed, it is okay. You never know what could have happened, so just be happy that it got delayed and not worse. Or even if it just got canceled, just let it be. You don't know what could have happened. And yeah, go ahead and celebrate your achievements and just reflect on your past. And you are abundant, so there's really no need to worry in that department. Other than that, please leave me a like. That will really support my channel. Subscribe down below for more. Comment your thoughts. Other than that, I will see you next week with my next video or on my spiritual Sundays. Have a great rest of your day and happy Sagittarius season. Love you guys. Bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your Sagittarius season reading. Let's start with your Egyptian tarot. You got 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of Pentacles indicates that there is something money related or something materialistic related. So let's start with the 9 of Pentacles or 9 of Coins. It is talking about being very cautious, trying to see both sides of a situation. Yeah. What could you be possibly cautious about? I assume it's money matter because, I mean, they're all pentacles. They're all money related cards or materialistic related cards. So be very cautious when it comes to money matters, and whatever happens, try and just see both sides of the situation. With 5 of Coins, we're talking about an unrealistic desires, something that is unachievable, but you really want it. There are obstacles to achieve that thing, that's why it's unachievable, and just generally material problems, basically. Yeah. There's 3 snakes. I don't know if that is significant to you, but to me that sounds like keep an eye out for those snakes in the bushes. Yeah. With 3 of Coins in reverse, well, generally 3 of Coins in this deck is talking about negotiated advantages. It's talking about some sort of celebrity. But with it being in reverse, I feel like this matter is something that has to do with somebody that used to mean a lot to you, but now it doesn't mean, they don't mean anything to you. So it's kind of like they used to be, in your eyes, kind of like a celebrity. Not really a celebrity, like, you know, like you admired them so much, but then they just kind of fell off that pedestal. Let's take a look at your Wildwood Tarot. You got the Stag, 9 of Vessels or 9 of Cups, Generosity in reverse. You got 6 of Vessels or 6 of Cups, Reunion, and the Sun of Life. Now, the Stag in this deck is talking about facing the upcoming season with basically trust in your actions and integrity, but it also tells us to welcome the consequences of our actions. Basically, whatever is coming your way is a result of your very own actions. So I guess something is catching up with you. Yeah, doesn't really look very positive, but you are highly encouraged to keep your chin up. And I don't know if you would understand the saying, but like my dad's family would always say, like, don't let your face fall, like embarrassed, like ashamed. Anyway, you got it. Well, face whatever comes your way with integrity and welcome it, own it, because that is the consequences of your action. With 9 of Vessels, generosity, well, this card in this deck upright means that you have more than enough to the point that you are sharing with others, and that basically encourages the flow of your blessings, because you're not only taking from the universe, you're also giving back into the universe. With it being in reverse, there is a sense of lack of blessings, lack of abundance, and there is a need to restore that flow. Now, judging by the fact that all of these are pentacles, I can hear you already saying, I don't have enough to share. Well, make enough to share. Even when you don't have enough, just try and make it, because you need to restore that flow, honey. With Six of Cups reunion, the Six of Cups reunion in this deck is basically talking about some sort of situation that still has some love and affection in it. This might be an ex or an ex-friend, you know, like someone you used to be friends with, or someone that you actually were in a romantic relationship before and you guys kind of fallen apart, and that the situation will resolve itself. It just needs time, and that the situation still has love and affection in it. With reunion, I do feel like this person will come back. This card is also talking about soulmates. With the Sun of Life reminds us that we have a special connection with the universe since we're made of stardust. It reminds us that basically we are closer to the universe and to our spiritual team than we think we are. Plus, look at his heart. It is shining, it is illuminated. So what I do feel for you guys is that Sagittarius season is not going to be easy. Whatever you did is catching up with you. You will have a lot of obstacles, material matters. There is a feeling of lack of abundance, an ex popping up. I mean, it's just chaotic. But at the end of the day, you have to reconnect with your spiritual team. Maybe you have fallen off a little bit, and that's their reminder telling you that they're still there. They're still with you. Oh, well, I haven't put any offerings in a while, or I haven't reached out to them in months. No, they're still there. They're still waiting for you. Reach out for them and try and restore that flow. And keep your chin up. Whatever comes your way, own it. That's it, because it's done. You can't go back in time and fix things, but all you can do is just welcome your consequences. Let's check your Russian Wiccan Book of Shadows Oracle cards. You got Bogini or Goddess, you got Ritual or Ritual, and you got Lamas, or, Lamas. So Lamas or Lunisad or Loaf Mass, it is a celebration held on August 1st. So whatever happened back then is probably catching up with you. And I don't know if you see, but there's written over here, and it says жертва, and it translates to victim. Probably this whole time you had this victim mentality, that you are the victim in this situation, but we both know that you're not. Or maybe you are, and now those are the consequences that are coming back to your ex, and they'll be back for you to basically say that they're sorry. There is a need for some sort of a ritual possibly a money ritual to restore the abundance and the flow, or a healing ritual to heal yourself from whatever has happened. And with the goddess card, and it actually says Женская магия, which means feminine or female magic. So yeah, there is a need to reconnect with your spiritual team, and I feel like they're reaching out to you. You just gotta reach back out to them. They are giving you their hand, and they want you to put your hand back into theirs. So yeah, group number 2, I am sorry that it's not so optimistic, but I'm just a messenger. And please don't forget to reconnect with your spiritual team, because they're clearly calling for you to reconnect with them. Anyway, I hope you liked this reading. Please leave me a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe for more. Other than that, I will see you in next week's video or Spiritual Sundays. I love you guys. Please stay safe, and yeah, bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your Sagittarius season predictions reading. Let's start with your Egyptian tarot cards. You got the Judgment, Queen of Wands, and 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is talking about nightmares and suspicions, at least in this deck. And Queen of Wands is talking about some sort of an intense friendship and faithfulness. So I find it very ironic that both of them came out, because one is talking about faithfulness and one is talking about suspicions and like to the point of nightmares. With the Judgment, and the Judgment in this card is talking about some sort of a renewal, a point where your consequences are catching up with you, a point where it doesn't really matter anymore what happened. Like it's over. Whatever happened, it really doesn't matter. This could be like, it's either you are the jealous one, or like the one that has any suspicions on your partner, and your partner is super faithful, and like everything will be revealed to you, and nothing, like everything that kept you awake at night and gave you nightmares and made you suspicious won't even matter anymore. Or the reverse, you might be the faithful one, and your partner or a friend or whoever is having so many suspicions about you, and there will be a time of judgment revealing itself, and it's either everything will end and it won't even matter what they think anymore, or you know, some sort of a renewal. They will realize that what they're thinking about you is not so true. Let's take a look at your Wildwood Tarots and get a little more clear of a vision. You got the Green Man, the Pole Star, and 6 of Arrows, a transition. Yeah. So with 6 of Arrows or 6 of Swords, a transition, this card is talking about moving beyond old boundaries and possibly having an anxious time, but it is encouraging us to stay positive about whatever changes come our way. So yeah, there is some sort of a renewal, so to say, some sort of a transition, some sort of change that could be scary, but you know, just stay positive about it. With the Pole Star, and the Pole Star is talking about a new era or a new cycle, and the Green Man is talking about, you know, having this drive to bring new things to life, new projects, starting new things. So possibly whatever this situation was, someone is walking away, possibly you, or something happening that honestly, this whole drama doesn't even matter no more. And there is some sort of a shift, some sort of a change, a new era, a new cycle, a new chapter of life that is coming in as a blessing of the Sagittarius season. Let's take a look at your Russian Wiccan Book of Shadows Oracle, and you got Mabon in reverse. For those of you who don't know, Mabon is a celebration. You got Ragaty Zayets, or the horned rabbit, I guess, and Sery Gush, or the gray goose. Yeah, the gray goose. And it actually says over here Magia Darog, which basically translates to the magic of paths. And here it says Strach, which translates to fear. So I do see that, well, the horned rabbit is basically talking about being courageous and stubborn. So it being in reverse, there might be some fears. As this Six of Swords said, it might be an anxious time, but I don't think that you'll just not overcome it, because at the end of the day, the universe will not give you anything that you cannot overcome. With the gray goose, it kind of reminds me of this story, you know, when there was this goose that was like odd, and then this goose grew up to become a swan. Apparently he was like with geese by mistake or something. Yeah, so it kind of gives me those vibes that right now you might be feeling like the gray goose, and you might be experiencing the magic of paths. There are a lot of paths opening up in front of you, and you're kind of afraid of taking them, or like you're taking them but inside of you feel fear. Also, it says over here glass, which is like somebody giving you an evil eye. I would advise you to get yourself like a bracelet or something with an evil eye to protect yourself, or just make a protection ritual. But generally, Mabon is a celebration between, I believe, September 21st to September 29th. So possibly something happened back then that activated all of this, or possibly you will reap the whatever you saw right now next September, next year. But yeah, there is a need to stay positive. There is a need to not give into anxiety and fear, and just let go and dive headfirst into whatever is the new cycle, the new chapter, the new era in life that is waiting you. And with the story, at the end of the story, the goose became a swan, a beautiful swan, and all of those geese that bullied him, their jaw dropped. So yes, group number 3, that was your Sagittarius season prediction. I hope you liked it. If you did if you did, please leave me a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe for more. Other than that, I will see you next week with next week's video, or on Spiritual Sundays. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I love you guys so much. Bye.